Malta is an island nation in the Mediterranean, the smallest country in the EU. The Maltese Islands are made up of 3 main islands, Malta, Gozo and Comino. The country is home to almost 500,000 people, making it the most densely populated country in the EU. Car dependence is also high. More than 3 out of 4 trips are made by private car. However, in recent years, there has also been investment in other modes of transport. The bus service has been modernized, there are new ferry services, and shared modes of mobility are being promoted, bringing the concept of multimodal travel to the Maltese Islands.
Hi, I'm Camille. I'm the lead project manager of Project Aegle Foundation, a local non-profit organization trying to promote sustainable mobility in Malta. And I'm here today with my colleague Suzanne, and we will cross the Maltese Island from Dwerja in Gozo to Marsaxlokk in Malta in a multimodal way, using different modes of transportation. So we'll start our multimodal trip by taking the bus from Dwerja to Victoria. Before going on the bus, I'm checking the Talinia app to get live information on the bus route and time departure.
Most of the modes of transport on the Maltese Islands can be paid with the Talinia card.
My name is Konrad. I'm the General Manager of Malta Public Transport, the national bus company in Malta, and we've been here for the last 7.5 years, running the bus services and other associated transportation and mobility services. So the route network has evolved over the years. It's regulated by government, so government decides what routes to operate, how frequently to operate those routes. So over the years, we've increased the number of routes, we've increased the catchment area of the network, and that has resulted in an increase in passengers. So over the years, we've gone from 40 million passengers in 2015, I think, to over 58 million passengers in 2019. Our Talinia app is there for people to be able to use to manage their cards, their products, and also to get information on the bus service. So the most used service we have on the app is real-time information, which tells you what time the bus will arrive on any bus stop you are on. So people can download the app, they can go in, they can be on the bus stop, they can be at home, they can check what time the bus is coming and only go on the bus stop when the bus is arriving, and therefore save time.
So shared bicycles like these, public bicycles that are available for short-term rent for locals and tourists, have been around in Malta for about 5 years. Next Bike Malta introduced them in Malta in 2016, and Talinia Bike was introduced by the public transport company in 2018, and these are electric. They were introduced in central locations in Malta and now also in Gozo. Cycling is not a very common mode of transport in Malta, but it has been gaining popularity, both for leisure and for commuting. There is some cycling infrastructure in Malta, but road safety remains one of the main barriers for more people to take up cycling. As you can see, it's quite hilly in Gozo, and also as we are in the middle of summer, it's a bit hot. So having electric bikes is a really great help. And as you can see from the area around me, it's a really beautiful way to travel along the islands.
Multimodality nowadays is key to any transport solution. Gone are the days where you have one service that meets all the requirements of all the public. Nowadays you have different solutions that can be used for different occasions and different needs. So what we've done is, with our Talinia app and our Talinia card, we've integrated payment platforms. So you can use your card and app for the bus ticket, but you can also use it for ferries and for bikes, for example.
So now we have arrived in Dwerja, and we will cross from Gozo to Valletta using the fast ferries. The fast ferries have been introduced in 2021 and provide a quick connection between the 2 islands. In only 45 minutes, you can be connected to the most populated areas of Malta. These ferries are passenger ferries, although you can take your bicycles or your e-scooter on board. And the perks of living on an island is we can travel by ferries over the sea, and this always gives you a holiday feeling.
To connect to public transport, like the bus or the ferry, it's really important that there are other modes of transport to help you reach your final destination. This is where micromobility comes in, like these electric kick scooters. We're now going to take the ferry from Valletta to the three cities. These harbour ferries were introduced in 2014 and connect Valletta to the three cities here and Valletta to Slima on the other side. To get to Valletta, there is a free lift included in the ferry ticket so that you don't have to climb all the stairs up. It's also possible to take a bicycle on board. In fact, this is how I usually travel to my workplace. It's also possible to combine the bus with the ferry trip. There is a bus stop just around the corner, and there is also a free shuttle bus that connects the two ferries. So with the introduction of these ferries, they made the trip around the harbour, which could easily take half an hour in peak traffic, much shorter and more enjoyable. Now it's just a 10-minute trip across the water.
Nothing like a beautiful day to chase your blues away. Nothing like a lovely day.
Now we will be heading to Marsaxlokk and we will use an on-demand ride-pooling service. Cool is a local company that has been introduced in 2019. You book the ride through the app and within minutes the nearest cab will come pick you up. As it is a ride-pooling service, you might be sharing the ride with someone else, making the ride more efficient and sustainable.
Well, Malta is a very, very small country by any standard, so it should be easy to find a solution to move people efficiently from one place to another. But it's proving to be much harder than we think. So today, I think 75% approximately of trips are done by car. The idea is to bring that a little bit down and push more people to use other forms of transport.
Yeah, we made it! So today we travel using different modes of transportation to cross the Maltese Islands. We use the bus, the bicycles, the ferry, and finally the kick scooter and walking.
So today was just a snapshot of the new modes of transport available on the Maltese Islands. However, there is still the majority of trips being made by the private car. So we need to show that these new modes of transport are a real alternative and that the modal shift that they can create can contribute to less carbon emissions, cleaner air, and more active transport on our roads.
So let's change one trip at a time.